Hey, happy Friday, everyone. We truly have a very significant week ahead of us. We have two back-to-back widespread significant events that's coming down, bringing chances for tornadoes, some of them strong. That could be EF2, EF3 tornadoes. Plus, it's not only large hail, very large hail, damaging winds, an ice storm, and snow. So I'm going to show you in this video what you can expect and what is really coming around the corner, everyone. Because if you've been to my channel before, you've seen the last few videos how much of an intense transition we're about to go into. Now, for today, you have thunderstorms in all of this light green area. These thunderstorms are not severe. You have a marginal in the north. You also have a marginal in the south. Now, the one in the south is the only place that they have the chances for tornadoes. So as you go through for the day, you're going to get a lot of these cells moving through still from Texas, going all the way through Oklahoma, but it's going to be a little bit of severe and tornadic over here along the coast of Texas and Louisiana. And you can start to see already for this morning as we're starting to get some strong cells moving through so far. Southeastern Texas is shown by HRRR. You get some nasty hail cores in those as well. And as you keep going through the morning, 10, 11 o'clock, it's going to keep pushing all the way towards eastern Oklahoma. But down here in the south, this is where your cells are going to start growing once you go towards the afternoon. So once you get around 12 and 1 o'clock, you're going to start getting these nasty cells forming all the way from southern Texas, going all the way towards southeastern Texas. And these will go into Louisiana as well. But you can see the nasty hail cores right there. And that's around 1 p.m. showing some nasty hail cores building towards southeastern Texas once you go past noontime. This is where everything starts building and getting stronger. We also have chances for long track possibility of strong tornadoes coming for Sunday, everybody. Now look at these cells moving through for this afternoon. Very strong offshore. Be aware you could see some water spouts out there, but that could come right on land and be a tornado on you. But so far showing around 2 p.m. is a very strong hour as well. 1 to 2 p.m. for southeastern Texas. It does go by Houston, looking like it's somewhat of a mild event. Looks like it's going to be stronger. It's going to pivot more towards Louisiana once you go towards the afternoon. So once you get around 6 p.m. Now, southern Texas, you're not really getting anything anymore. But over here for southeastern Texas, you're getting a second round of storms coming through. So 1 to 2 p.m., then around 5 and 6. Now, this does transition all even along towards Louisiana, showing some strong cells moving through as well. And you see the ones in the Gulf pretty much stay in the Gulf, everybody. But it is bringing a lot of storms, especially along the West Bank. Be aware of that. This could easily spin up a fast spin up of a cell. Could be a quick tornado as that pushes through all the way until tomorrow morning. Then your threat is going to be gone. So here we are for tomorrow morning, your severe weather. Everyone in all of this green, you can expect thunderstorms all the way towards the northeast, all the way towards the south. You can expect thunderstorms. But your severe weather is going to be right here in the central towards the south central. Even chances for tornadoes as you go through for tomorrow. It is a smaller area, but you still have a chance. It's a 2% so far for eastern, northeastern Oklahoma, eastern Kansas as well. Going into Missouri, this is where you do have a chance for a quick spin up. Also bringing chances for hail, even significant hail, for portions of Oklahoma and Kansas on that threat. This is where you still have your cap, but once you get later in the evening for Saturday, it's going to bust through that cap and it's going to have a chance to grow in the supercells. Now, any cells that form up, the environment is going to be ripe to make them extremely strong tornadoes with a lot of chances for hail in the least. And you can see this as you go through for Saturday evening. You start getting the snow, you start getting the freezing rain and the storms going to the north. You have some thunderstorms in the south. You got thunderstorms going across Michigan and the northeast. But these cells that pop up once you go by 8 or 9 o'clock, once you go through Saturday evening, there's going to be some very strong cells popping up all the way from Kansas. You even have some in Nebraska with a nasty hail core right there as you go through 8, 9, 10, 11. Then we can only get to where we can see only so far with HRRR, and then right there it stops. And now you're starting to get a train of storms picking up for Saturday, and this is right before we go into our Sunday event, which is going to be a pretty significant event. But you can see all the thunderstorms moving through southern Minnesota. You got the freezing rain coming through. This is where your ice storm is going to build up, everyone, for northern Wisconsin, UP of Michigan, and over here for northern Michigan, definitely a lot of freezing rain that's going to build up and some snow as well. But this is where the storm starts building up as we go through Saturday night, and this is as late as we can see. You see a lot of thunderstorms moving all the way through Ohio Valley, all the way towards the northeast with some freezing rain as well. But this is where it's really going to start picking up on our thunderstorms. Now, what's after this is powerful, because this is where they have a big enhanced feature going on as we go into our Sunday, everyone. And not just for enhanced, significant, severe. This is where you're getting that big 30% chances, where you have chances for EF2 or EF3 or greater, strong tornadoes, also very large hail, 2-3 inches in diameter, everybody. And it is a wide area that we are dealing with as we go through Sunday. And it's not going to stop there. We still have our Monday as well, as this pushes further towards the east. They did ramp it up all the way from the Gulf, all the way towards the northeast, all the way towards Massachusetts, Connecticut, southern Vermont. All y'all over here are going to see some storms as we go through for Monday. Then we have our next big storm still coming through for Wednesday, and they put out the 15% risk on that one as well. All the way from Texas, all the way towards Michigan. Now, Colorado State University has this a little bit further towards the east and already has a chance for this to ramp up as well, everybody. So I'm going to show you the information that I have found. Do me a favor, do everyone a favor, help share this information, help alert as many people as we can, as many people that we have on YouTube, which we should be a tighter community, but we're not. Everyone is against each other. I don't know why. I do promote other weather channels because it's very important that we do get this information out, because no matter how much we try, unfortunately, I can guarantee you we're going to lose lives through these two storms, everybody. So let's get our alerts out. Your chances for tornadoes for today. So far, National Weather Service has it out for a 2%. This is your cities and states at risk for that tornado threat for today. Mostly it's going to be a wind threat and a hail threat coming along with today. And it has as a minor threat a 5%. Stating a low probability tornado wind threat is forecast through this evening across parts of the coastal Texas into Louisiana. Isolated severe hail and wind is also possible this evening and tonight from Nebraska into portions of the upper Midwest. And be aware for southeastern Texas on those cells that I showed you. And look here on National Weather Service, and you see right here on Colorado State University showing that it could ramp up over here right off the coast of the southeastern portion of Texas and Louisiana. This is right where I showed you where those strong cells are, everyone. And they did double down on the chances for tornadoes as we go through the northern half for Wisconsin, eastern Minnesota, for Michigan, even that 5% risk, everybody. And you can see right here on your significant tornado perimeters that what checks us out: shear, dew points, all factors, winds aloft, the best environment for tornadoes, showing it is going to be somewhat weaker event towards the south, but watch out along the coast. But look on the north, showing that it does have a chance to grow a tornado all the way from eastern Minnesota, northern Wisconsin, going into Michigan. And this is right when we have this transition of the freezing rain, the snow, while you getting the storms over here like I showed you in Louisiana. But look in the north, you're starting getting some very strong cells popping up just for a few moments before that moves away. So showing that those do have a small chance, but do have a chance to become somewhat of a tornadic issue. Be aware of this. It is right on the edge of the Cape. The dew points are right into the mid-50s. So it's not a great chance, but there is that possibility. So please keep that in mind. I think that will be updated for later on this afternoon. And you can see the storms pivoting towards midnight, towards northeast, towards New England, bringing in thunderstorms, freezing rain, and snow as well. Now, before our big significant event on Sunday, it does start Saturday evening. Like I showed you, you still have that 2% risk for tornadoes. So far, here's your cities and states at risk for this for tomorrow evening. You still have the wind threat and the hail threat, even the very large hail in that black section. So here's your cities and states at risk for the hail threat as we go through for Saturday as well. This is Saturday evening. And National Weather Service has scattered severe thunderstorms are possible from northern Oklahoma into the lower Missouri Valley on Saturday evening and night. Large, the very large hail should be the primary hazard, but a couple of severe gusts and possibly a tornado or two may occur. Now from here, everything just really gets significant, everyone, especially in the north. This happens twice very strong for the north. So as we go from Saturday into Sunday, this is your winds aloft. These are your 500 millibar winds. And you can see you start getting stronger winds on that low pressure, on that trough that comes in as we get those storms building up for Saturday night, all the way for Sunday as we get those storms in the north. So be aware of that. Those have a lot of high probabilities to be a strong tornadoes from what I can see. Then as we go through for Monday, we still have the strong winds aloft all the way from the south towards the northeast. This will help keep our thunderstorms roaring. Plus, we have strong instability along the south, so be aware of those storms coming through for Monday. But look for next Wednesday. We really have those stronger winds coming in. This is only an update. I will keep you updated. Still showing very powerful winds, everyone. And on the northern side is where we could see even stronger cells forming. This is where we get over 115 knot winds. This is very powerful winds moving through on that next storm system as it comes in for Wednesday. Also will be a Thursday. You will see another day upgrade all the way for Thursday, going towards the central U.S., across Ohio Valley, across the Great Lakes, and some of the Northeast as well, and maybe a little bit for Friday. A very strong pattern is coming, and it really starts off Saturday night. So right as I left off for Saturday evening, going into Sunday morning, you get those thunderstorms start building up. You get your low pressure, you get your freezing rain, your snow, everything in the north. The storms I was going from Louisiana to Mississippi, now they're going to be sporadic from the south going towards Ohio Valley. Just going to be regular thunderstorms for y'all. But as you go through the morning, this is where it really starts kicking in when it gets that daytime heating through the afternoon. So this is where it builds up that threat all the way from Illinois and Wisconsin. This is where you get right below south and east of this low pressure. This is where your strongest vorticity will be. While you're still getting freezing rain and snow, it will add up to a lot of freezing rain. I believe it will be hours of an ice storm that builds up with that. Then you still have all the strong storms as you're going by late on Sunday, still bringing supercells and chances for storms to come across with that all the way until Monday morning, where it carries across the southeast where your severe will be. But you still have a lot of strong winds aloft in the north, keeping these storms strong all the way until Monday evening, going all the way into Canada with them storms, everybody, all the way into the Gulf. A big frontal line coming through, showing it will be stronger from mid-Atlantic to the north because of those winds aloft as you go Monday night into Tuesday morning. So just be aware, it's very powerful storms. Then as we go into Tuesday and Wednesday, look at this. Now we have the big high pressure rubbing against the low pressure. We have all the winds kicking in, a lot stronger storms picking up for the central U.S. and starts going across Ohio Valley and the Midwest. Immediately grows into very powerful storms. More freezing rain, more snow. This is where you're going to have chances for another widespread event where all hazards are at play. Winds, hail, and tornadoes. And then on the southern side, as you go through for Wednesday evening, is where those thunderstorms all the way pick up. Even chances for very large hail. You cannot rule out a lot of tornadoes when you have a strong atmosphere like that. All the way until Thursday morning, where it pushes out through Canada and New England. But now you're getting a second round of storms. You're getting a deeper trough coming through. And you still have these storms building as you go Thursday into Friday as well. So we have a very strong transition coming, everybody. So who is at risk for Sunday? And look, you do have your significant severe and all that 30%, just like I told you earlier. That's chances for strong tornadoes and large hail or damage and winds, hurricane force 74 miles per hour or greater. So here's your cities and states at risk for the severe weather event as we go through for Sunday. National Weather Service has a widespread, substantial severe weather episode is forecast across an area centered on the Ohio, mid and lower Mississippi, lower Missouri, Tennessee River valleys. Very large hail, damage and winds, and strong tornadoes are expected. Plus, where I showed you those very big bands of where tornadoes and very large hail can occur, this is where the growth is going to be very strong, everyone. And their exact words is it appears very favorable for tornadoes, a few of which may be strong, potentially long-lived. Then here you are for Monday, another huge 15% risk, just like I showed you. So far, here's your cities and states at risk within a 25-mile point. But you can see the wide array of an area that this storm is coming, everybody. And as we go into Wednesday on that second storm, this is going to be another widespread event, everybody. So far, here's your cities and states at risk within a 25-mile point. But once again, you can see the wide area that's at risk. And you can see with National Weather Service, this system would appear to have the potential to produce another fairly widespread, all hazards severe event. But it will be adjusted in the next few days, so make sure you click that bell for updates. Now, possible upgrades to the system. You can see what National Weather Service has for Sunday, and over here on Colorado State University, showing it could ramp up even more for eastern Arkansas, northwestern Mississippi, western Tennessee, western Kentucky, and some of southern Illinois. And as we go through the next storm system on Wednesday, you can see on Colorado State University, it could shift over a little bit further towards the east and even upgrade again over here for the mid-Mississippi and lower Mississippi valleys. Now, snowfall, which is even harder to forecast, as we all know, showing by the Euro, still a lot of heavy snowfall coming down for the Cascades, the Sierra Nevada, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming. Even for Colorado, higher elevations, of course, getting a lot of heavy snow in the Rocky Mountains, but brings it across the upper Midwest, northern Minnesota, and through northern Wisconsin, and everyone else getting, 1 to 2, 1 to 3, a little snow coming with it, but really bombing towards the UP of Michigan and some over here for New England also. Now, GFS is showing a different scenario. Of course, they're not really in a good accordance with that, showing it will be a different scenario as it comes across for the Dakotas, Minnesota, Wisconsin, and the UP of Michigan. Could be a lot of snow coming down with this. Please be aware of this, because it's not just the snow, it's the freezing rain. I believe there will be hours of this where it just be an ice storm. But they're both in agreement that we're talking about a lot of heavy freezing rain, starting for central Minnesota, going through northern Wisconsin and UP, northern Michigan, and for the Northeast and New England. Bringing a lot of heavy freezing rain. Look at the GFS. They're both in agreement for that. So you will see an ice storm warnings come out of all this freezing rain. I'm seeing it last for hours for some locations, especially for northern Wisconsin and the UP of Michigan. Still, between both storms in the next 7 days, you can see the heavy rainfall coming along the west coast for Washington, Oregon, California. This is why you get a lot of heavy snowfall. And you can see all the heavy rainfall that's coming across. All this is all 2 inches plus. Once you go into that red, everybody, just bringing a lot of heavy rain coming with these severe storms. And winds. Euro is still showing that it's going to be a pocket of 50 miles per hour wind gusts is traveling with this storm system. GFS is taking it a little bit stronger. You might see some more pockets of 60 in there. That's what the red is 60 as this comes across. I will keep you updated. We're still a few days away from that next storm system. That one's the one that's bringing the winds from what I can see. But that is the weather forecast. I'm sorry this video is a little bit long, everyone. With everything that's at play, everyone that's at risk, a 10-minute video would not do this forecast any good. There's a lot going on with this storm and a lot of very serious impacts. I've been screaming about these two storms for a while, so please help share the information. Let others see what is going on as well, because now others are seeing about this second storm that's coming through where they never even talked about it, everybody. So thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate every single one of y'all. Now, before I go, the only thing I can think of right now is Psalm 46, 1 through 4, everyone. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Therefore will not we fear, though the earth be removed, and though the mountains be carried into the midst of the sea, though the waters thereof roar and be troubled, though the mountains shake with the swelling thereof. Selah. There is a river, the streams whereof shall make glad the city of God, the holy place of the tabernacles of the Most High. Amen. Don't fear these storms, everyone. Remember, God is always in control. You will be okay. Have faith. Make sure you check on your neighbors. Check on their pets. Please check on everyone around you. Be a great neighbor. Thank you so much. And if you just tune into this video only to hear God's word, God bless you. May you always have peace in your heart. Please go back and watch the video, because if you watch the video only for the 30 seconds, you literally kill the video according to YouTube. I know you're not trying to, but that's why I wanted to let you know what was going on. Thank you again for everyone. Hope you have a very great day. I might do an afternoon update. Tell me what you think down below if you would like to see one. But remember, all glory does go to God, our Father in heaven, Yahweh. And I always hope He keeps you safe every single day of your life. And everyone that is around you, and forever. Amen. Hallelujah. In Jesus' name. Amen.